Well, Donald Trump may be in the middle of what seems to be a general election pivot. He's also hitting a few national polling potholes. Elections, though, are won state by battleground state, which is why Hillary Clinton campaigned today in Ohio, and Trump speaks tomorrow in western Pennsylvania. And it's why John King joins us now to break it down by the numbers on the national as well as the state level. So the new national polling out shows Clinton in the lead. Just walk us through those numbers and explain what they mean overall.
A reason to be optimistic, Anderson, in the Clinton campaign, but not overly so. Well, let's take a look at the latest national polls to start. ABC Washington Post poll has a 12-point lead. The Clinton campaign thinks that's great, but an NBC Wall Street Journal poll, also released and taken at about the same time, has only a 5-point Clinton lead. When you average out the last handful of national polls, what you get here in our CNN poll of polls is a 7-point Clinton lead nationally. They certainly would rather be ahead than behind, but don't pop the champagne yet. Why? As you noted earlier in the program, we elect presidents state by state. And if you look at the battleground state polls, these are Real Clear Politics averages. In Ohio, a tiny Clinton lead. In Pennsylvania, a dead heat. Republicans haven't won that state in forever. In Virginia, another battleground state, a tiny Clinton lead. And in Florida, again, a tiny Clinton lead. Now, most of the polls used to build these averages were taken a little bit before these polls, so maybe we will see in the 3 weeks to the Republican convention, 4 weeks to the Democratic convention. This is a very critical period of time, Anderson, as both campaigns try to reshape the race heading into the conventions. Maybe we will see these state polls move in the direction of the national polls, but at the moment, these are the ones to worry about, the state polls. And they tell you, yes, trend lines are good for Clinton, but a very competitive, tight race.
So what are the numbers saying that each candidate should be worried about the most at this point?
And again, heading into the conventions, this is what they're trying to deal with. So let's take first a look at Secretary Clinton. Yes, she's leading nationally. Yes, she has small leads in most of the battleground states. Her unfavorable ratings, still 55%. That's why you see nationally on cable the ads slamming Donald Trump about Brexit. When you go into battleground states, you're seeing biographical, upbeat ads about Hillary Clinton working for health care, working to help children. They're trying to change this unfavorable number. Also, 56% of voters, say they want someone to take the country in a new direction. A lot of people view her as the third Obama term. This is a tough number for her. If voters want change, Donald Trump has a better chance. So Hillary Clinton needs to address that. If you're Donald Trump and you're 3 weeks from your convention, this is why you're moderating your positions right now on the Muslim ban and other issues, moderating your rhetoric, because 7 in 10 Americans say the prospect of a Trump presidency makes them anxious. Nearly 2/3 say Donald Trump is unqualified, and he has even higher unfavorable ratings than Secretary Clinton. So you add all this up, this is why Trump trying to get to his convention in a better place. If these numbers hold, when we open the Republican convention in 3 weeks, if these numbers are the same, that's a candidate in trouble.
So, I mean, conventions are largely about party unification. Is each party as unified as they need to be at this point?
You would have to say here advantage Clinton, but again, she's not out of the woods. 9 in 10 Democrats say they plan to vote for Hillary Clinton in November. That's a pretty good number, and she's consolidating the Sanders vote quicker than Barack Obama consolidated the Hillary Clinton vote back in 2008. So that's a good number for Secretary Clinton. This number is getting worse for Donald Trump. 77% of Republicans say they plan to vote for the presumptive Republican nominee. That number has gotten worse in recent weeks, the attacks on the judge, other Trump controversies. So you would say that she has an advantage, no question about it right now, but she's not out of the woods, Anderson. When voters are given the 4 choices, the Democrat, the Republican, the Libertarian, and the Green Party candidate, Hillary Clinton drops much more than Donald Trump. These are NBC Wall Street Journal numbers. She drops much more, and it becomes essentially a dead heat. Gary Johnson picking up some votes. Jill Stein, the Green Party candidate. What is this? A lot of Sanders voters who aren't quite ready to go to Clinton. If they have other options, they'll think about it. So she's still got some work to do.